as Marcus Aurelius is thanking the gods for the many blessings he received in his life. He specifically says he's thankful that when I became interested in philosophy, I didn't fall into the hands of charlatans. There were charlatans and snake oil salesmen back then in Rome, and they're still everywhere today. They've just evolved with the times. But they use a lot of the same tried and true methods. To spot a charlatan, look for someone who needlessly overcomplicates things. I was once dating a girl who had just got her first published paper in a medical journal. She sent me the link, and it was the most convoluted garbage I had ever read. "Why is this so unreadable?" I asked her. "Because it's a research paper," she replied. "It's not supposed to be readable to an average person." I recall a quote from a semi-well-known smart person named Albert Einstein that said, "If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough." One of my issues with academia as a whole is how they try to make themselves an in-group, which is another sign of a charlatan, by making everything inaccessible to the average person. All of the incentives are pointing in this direction. The students learn to express their ideas like this, then they grow up and they become professors. All they know is convoluted, unreadable garbage as a measure of worth. So that's what they look for good grades. Now, this isn't to say that academia is all charlatans, but I just want to use it as an example. This applies to any charlatan who overcomplicates things unnecessarily. Another sign of a charlatan is they speak in absolutes. If you hear someone say unequivocally that their way is right and every other way is wrong, chances are high that you are looking at a charlatan. There's so many ways to find the treasure that you seek that anyone telling you their way is the only way is lying to you. They also create an us versus them mentality. They don't allow discourse. I could go on for hours, but we'll leave it there for spotting a charlatan. The nuance here is that it's not always black and white. Charlatanism is on a scale, where they can be a little sus, but they also can bring benefits. Liver King, for example, he's a charlatan through and through. He was telling people for years he had never used PEDs, and that in order to look yoked like him, you just had to follow his 9 ancestral tenets. That's it. But here's the thing, if you actually follow his ancestral tenets, you will see benefits. He says we should sleep better, disconnect from electronics, move more, bond with the tribe, and go out in the sun. You won't look like the Liver King, but this is all great advice. I think the takeaway is if you hear a charlatan talking, they may actually have a point. But go find someone with similar advice that isn't a charlatan, that has a balanced viewpoint, and listen to them. Or, if there isn't anyone like that, take the good that they say, but know that you can't ever trust them completely. Take the benefits that they give, but keep them at length without ever giving up your own ability to reason.